this is from Games Radar. It says on Oblivion Remastered Day, former Blizzard boss says he's skeptical about 20-year-old remasters because the bar has simply moved from safe open world RPGs to what Elden Ring brought us all. What was once fantastic, now remastered, will never hold up against modern masterpieces like Elden Ring, says Mike Ibarra. But fans sure seem to be digging Oblivion Remastered. I mean, he pretty much immediately got slapped up. All right, let's see. Former Blizzard president Mike Ibarra has some capital T thoughts on the reveal and release of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Yes, for the 3 or 4 folks reading this and hearing about Oblivion Remastered for the first time, it's here. It's available right now on consoles, PC, and Game Pass. It looks great. However, the notoriously outspoken Ibarra isn't so sure it'll hold up against modern RPG classics like Elden Ring. That's where he said that quote about it not holding up against Elden Ring. He says, I would love to be proven wrong, but I'm not, he added. This guy. Okay, so they have a little like Twitter exchange here that they brought in from some dude. Simon says, I see your point, but I also believe what these remasters lack in innovation, they compensate with something new games can't bring to the table, nostalgia. Ibarra says, I hear you, but I think we've had so many quote-unquote remasters that nostalgia is limited. I could be wrong, but I think the gaming community wants fresh and new more than ever.
Yeah, and then he
like
also, after the showcase was over, he posted a photo of Elden Ring and the new expansion that's launching next month. So he like doubled down on his, disdain for, yeah.
So the funny thing is that like that new Elden Ring does not look amazing. Like it doesn't. It looks fine.
Looks
like
more
I
Elden
loved Elden Ring, and I'm done. I'm already out, tapped out. Show me something new, bro. Not this same shit that looks so similar to the last game. Got to figure something else out. This ain't it.
Well, it's not even like Elden Ring though, right? It's like some sort of multiplayer co-op, like boss rush just like, or something, right?
They found what this is what they're going to end up doing if this is like the same way that things are going. Because if you look, it seems that way. They found a new formula that works, right? And now they're going to keep doing spin-offs off of this idea. Even the one on Nintendo is supposed to be a spiritual successor of Bloodborne, but it's really not, right? If you look at all the art style, all the stuff that they're doing, it's still very reminiscent of the Elden Ring, the new aesthetic that they have. And they're just cranking out a bunch of games now just to kind of keep in with this hype that they built. So, and then now you have, you hear Mikey Barra saying this, right? We also know that the dude who made Last of Us was Neil Druckmann, right? He said the same shit about their game, right? Mm-hmm. They've been looking at Elden Ring. They're like that new game is supposed to be in that vein, right? Kind of like Souls-like, kind of like Elden Ring-like, which is like, come on, man. This is the new trope that people are going to follow and just keep doing the same shit. It's just, I'm not in for it. I don't know if he has anything else in here. Let's just read the rest of it. I'm still downloading the 125 gigabyte Oblivion Remastered and thus can't offer any meaningful commentary here, but I can look at reviews from people who have played it. And well, early data says Ibarra's dead wrong on this one. The game very, very quickly shot to the top of Steam's global top-selling games despite its $50 price tag. And with almost 4,000 user reviews already posted at the time of writing, there's a clear consensus forming already. Oblivion still got it, baby. Right now, 82% of Steam reviews are positive, and the overwhelming majority of negative reviews seem to be performance-related. Not that those aren't valid concerns, but neither do they really support Ibarra's argument that the core game hasn't aged well. In response to one comment about the value of nostalgia, Ibarra said, I hear you, but I think we've had so many remasters. Oh, that's the same the other line. Okay. So I think one factor Ibarra might be missing here is the giant market of players that were introduced to the Elder Scrolls world through Skyrim in 2011. That's what I said earlier. And thus missed out on Oblivion's original run. That's the case for me. I know I've been holding out for a modernized version of Oblivion to experience what many devotees still call the best game in the series. And I'm psyched about the Elder Scrolls veteran voice actor Wes Johnson said could be a revelation of a gaming experience. All right. Bethesda says mods are not supported for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered despite its pro mod history. I guess on PC, there's really no stopping people, right?
Yeah.
Like, if they want to mod that shit, they'll mod that shit. But I mean, what do you guys agree with the guy's take? Do you guys think that Mike Ibarra is onto something, that nobody wants this 20-year-old remaster?
I think
I want to know what
100%
other
wrong.
20-year-old remasters he's experienced lately that he's saying that people are tired
I mean,
of
the
them.
Resident Evils are like that too, right?
Yeah,
RE,
they're
you
old.
know, 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
they're-
whatever. Those are like 25, 30 years old, and they did those,
And people
and
loved it.
and those did really well. Like I don't know what he's talking about. Like
The only
it just
remake
depends
that
on the
did-
game.
Yeah, but I say the only remake that
FF7
did
was
well,
when did that come out? FF7?
96,
So like 95, 96?
Yeah,
Like come on. They remade that. That's 30 years old. Like
I say the only major remake that didn't do well is Dead Space. But people are like dying for this new Metal Gear that's coming out, the remake of 3. People
well, the
are
remasters that Sony's been putting out lately, those haven't done so well.
Everything
Yeah.
that they done has been dead.
well, none of those have been 20 years. None of those have been 20 years old.
That's true.
No.
So
In fact,
no,
I'd
that's
like
true.
that. Can they like bring back like the original like God of War trilogy and like do that in
Well,
a
that's the
modern
rumor,
mechanic?
right?
I would
That
love
was
to
the
see
rumor.
that.
yeah.
I
don't
mean,
think they want.
that would be a good one.
Do they want Kratos to be seen in that light after portraying him in this current light of like kind of
I
being
don't
like more
care.
soft?
Like whatever the games
you
are
would-
there.
I mean, if you brought that game, the problem with that, and I kind of see where Farrell's coming from. If you bring that game up, people are going to like that game better. And if you're working on another God of War that's in the vein of the new shit,
Maybe
after
people won't
showing,
buy it.
yeah, the people be like, "What the fuck is this?" You'll be back in the same scenario, being like, "What the hell? This is not my God of War."
Yeah.
Oh my god. Man. But yeah, I don't know why some of these people come out here just to hate, bro. Like, what
Well-
is the reason? Why are you coming out here to talk shit about fucking Oblivion, dog? It's Oblivion.
He
You
left.
you didn't love Oblivion back in the day?
Well,
Like,
I
what
think
the
it's.
fuck?
I think he just hates Xbox. He left
Yes.
Microsoft on some bad terms, and it's just not his thing anymore. So anything that they do, he has a critical lens towards it.
Doesn't he work for like a gambling website now?
I don't know.
I don't know where he
sure
works.
that's what he does now.
Second, I was like, does he work for FromSoft? The way he was,
Glazing that shit.
yeah.
Let me go ahead and see real quick. Pretty sure he works. Yeah, Prize Picks. Literally, he's the CEO of Prize Picks. Lock in your favorite players, tap into the game, cash in on your sports knowledge. Let's fucking go. So he comes over here and is out of games and gaming. And instead of posting about his gambling shit, he pops in every once in a while to just say some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Mech City Entertainment said Phil fired him twice. Yo. That's hilarious. Imagine having such a vendetta against one of your employees that you just buy every company they ever worked for just to fire them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like I do like to gamble. You know what I'm saying? about to hop over to Prize Pick, say what's up. Oh my god. You got to meet the cheater. I don't know if I didn't read this. don't think so. Meet the cheater, my dude. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member for 4 months, man. Says CMoney, to me, this is the first Elder Scrolls where the races of Tamriel have been finally realized. They are completely unique and are superior to Skyrim.
Yeah, they now have the space to handle it, right? So these are the things that they were talking about. Is like they finally have, because the 360 had the challenge of everything had to fit on the disc. You didn't have the hard drive as a guarantee, so it had to fit on the disc, and so they had only so much space. But now you can actually do whatever you want. I mean, the size of this game is massive, right? It's like 126 gigs or something like that.
120 some gigs, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so so you can do a lot more cool stuff now. But yeah, it's this is the way it should be. I guess the question is, would you redo Skyrim as well? And why not?
I'm kind of leaning into that idea, man. I'm kind of leaning into that idea because Skyrim is fucking old too.
It is.
You're talking 14 years old. Is not a young game, and without mods, it's not very pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's like that special edition they released looked better. But it's not the same as being completely redone. And it would just really put a pin on the idea that Skyrim can just be remastered forever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna, there has to be a record they're looking to break if they don't already hold the record for the most remastered re-release game ever.
Well, isn't that record held by Last of Us?
Yeah, it has to be. Has to be by Last of Us. They released the game 3 times in one generation.
I was about to say, for them, their record is on the scope of time. they have so more remasters than anybody else. In like
it's another year. It's another reason to have a Last of Us remaster.
Exactly. We came up with a new box cover that we thought you guys might like. We remastered the box cover. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they can do. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, I would say Skyrim would be a fantastic remaster, especially since we see how essentially simple it is, right? Not like it's easy, but meaning with this whole Unreal situation, that was my big holdup on the rumors, right? If you guys remember, as we've been talking about this over the last few months, the rumor was that it was going to be done in Unreal, and I just couldn't wrap my head around the idea that they would take the creation engine and try to transfer all that shit to the Unreal Engine. But now we know that they literally are just attaching them somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like the creation is still running the show, but Unreal is what you see, and goddamn, they did it. You got the homie Brett Bingham in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says Mikey Barra is saltier than the Dead Sea. Oh shit. He does seem pretty salty. He does. It sounds like he really is upset. So, okay. So this was something. I did not know that the hater was gonna be motherfucking Mikey Barra. Even the PlayStation people ain't talking shit, but Mikey Barra was like, "Nah, fuck that. We're gonna come in. We're gonna make some waves. We're gonna create a problem." All right. Anything else? Anything else about Oblivion, the remaster, anything like that? That we didn't cover that you want to cover before we move on with another chapter?
No, we can move on unless Hargeet has something.
Can't wait to dig into it. That's it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I
downloaded it. I downloaded it, but I didn't get.
Well, you know what? Let's check how many people are playing it right now.
One's in the chat if you're playing it.
Yeah, the concurrence on Steam, just to see if it's going up or down. So I saw, I think Power Boss at one point said it was 184,000 people who were playing.
So right now I see it at 177,729. Peak was 182,298.
That's so many people.
It had to do 1 million day one.
It's number 3 behind, of course, the 2 games from Valve themselves, Counter-Strike 2 and Dota 2.
See, that's why Xbox wants them.
That's why they want them. They should buy them, right? You
They
get the
want the
top
top.
games on PC.
They just want dude. They want to own the top played games. That's what they want. They want to own the franchises that people can't live without. And if people can't live, if people can't live without the franchises, and Xbox owns those franchises, that means people can't live without Xbox, right?
Mhm.
And that's the name of the game. That's where they're looking to be. This, you know what? This is the way we're going to sign off of this topic with Bethesda themselves. They put out a post. So let's read it. Okay. So they wrote, "It's been thrilling for all of us here at Bethesda to revisit a game so close to our hearts with Oblivion Remastered. When we started this project in 2021, we aimed to breathe new life into a chapter of the Elder Scrolls that set the path for so many of our games after it." Hold up. Hargeet, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When did Xbox buy Bethesda?
The acquisition was announced
I think 2020.
March
November
2020.
2020, it was announced. What was it? February? February 2021. Yeah, it was.
Because it was
got
before
announced
the
right
Series
before the
X
pre-orders of
pre-orders,
Series
right?
X. Yep.
And then the finalization was March. Is that right?
I thought it was February, but it could be March.
Yeah.
No, it was before then. I mean, March is I think when everything hit Game Pass.
Yes, I think it was February. I think February
Yeah.
was the was when it happened. So, based off of this, then this was entirely started under Xbox.
Yeah, it could have been started after. Yeah, they had the roadmap of this was going to be something they do.
So
And
that's what
then
that list was, something they wanted
Yeah.
to do, not so much what they were already
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. All of it was like, well, some of it was in production, but some of it was just like, this is what we're going to do in the future. Like, I think
Yeah,
it had
so I
like
didn't know
Dishonored
that.
3 on there. It had other things
Mhm.
that just never happened, never materialized, right? But a lot of it happened, right? And so that was their plan. But yeah. And then
So
everything
then
kind of
everything
got
we
pushed
saw
back because of
here in front
COVID.
of us was because of Xbox. And so I go back to my original idea. What if during those first talks, those first meetings, your boy Phil was like, listen, you're working on Starfield. You're not going to make Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon. What if we were to go ahead and get Oblivion Remastered?
No, I think again they already had this in the works, and I think they did all this, by the way,
in 2021
to
it
make
started.
themselves. No, it was in the roadmap. It was literally in the
Yeah,
FTC
but in that
documents.
roadmap,
Pre-purchase, they said they were going to have all these things in the roadmap, and that's why the documents went there to the FTC, right? And so that's how it got leaked. And so this was part of their pitch to Microsoft that, hey, we're going to have all this stuff. So but to your point, maybe they could have intervened and said, hey, this was your scope before. We would like the scope to be this. That's obviously an option, right?
Yeah.
But this was already like something they were planning to do.
Like maybe originally Bethesda in-house was gonna like remaster this, and it wasn't gonna be a UE5.
Let's go to virtual, virtuous.
Yeah. So
I'm saying I think my version is better. Okay, I'm just saying. I think it is. I think Phil went over there and was like, "Yo, let me make your dreams come true." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's possible because when Phil made the offer and they were kind of storyboarding this, like, you know, Phil could have had a hand in that because him and Todd were very close. They talked about a lot of stuff even before they were considered to be purchased by Microsoft. So maybe, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, that's the story I'm going to go with. Thank you, Phil, for doing all this stuff for us. Much appreciated. All right. It says we never wanted to remake it, but remaster it, where the original game was there as you remember playing it, but seen through today's technology. God, there's so many games. You know what? Before we switch off of this, I want to talk a little bit about the idea of remasters. Okay, let's put a pin on that for a second. Let me finish this, and then we'll go back. We were so fortunate to work with an unbelievable team and partners at Virtuals. Even though we had worked together before, we had never attempted something on this scale. Every piece of art, animation, special effects, and part of the world would be remastered. Some new voices would be recorded while keeping the originals there as well. Game systems were updated to feel better in your hands. Leveling systems modified for smoother progression and balance. We looked at every part and carefully upgraded it. But most of all, we never wanted to change the core. It's still a game from a previous era and should feel like one. We know many of our longtime fans will be thrilled to revisit Oblivion and the land of Cyrodiil, but there are also so many who have never played it. We can't thank you enough for all the support you have given us in our games over the years. Our hope with this remaster is that no matter who you are, when you step out of the Imperial sewer, you feel like you're experiencing it for the first time. We can't wait to hear about your adventures. All our best, Bethesda Game Studios. Bro, I did. As soon as I was out there, I was like, holy shit, look at what they made. Goddamn. Bethesda out here slapping shit up. You know what I'm saying? God, what a great purchase Xbox made. Okay, before we do leave this though, just this line right here. We never wanted to remake it, but remaster it, where the original game was there as you remember playing it, but seen through today's technology. I know it's kind of on the spot, but I do want to see if you have a game maybe you've been always thinking about, or maybe just came to you now, that if you could just have the magic wand and green light it, what old game would you want to be remastered and kept the same but seen through today's technology?
I got a couple.
Any game across anything.
Yeah, any game that you would love to see brought back and remastered, like given the full Oblivion treatment.
And that is a long time horizon, right? So, I mean, I've already told you from a Bethesda perspective, Morrowind would be awesome.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you got, Farrell? I'll think about some games.
I'm gonna go Xenogears, because the original release, the game wasn't finished. They released an unfinished game. So basically, the first half of the game was finished, and the second half of the game you had to read what happened in between the boss fights. So you were no longer playing. Yeah, but it was a really good game. But I guess they lost funding. Like this back like in the 90s. But Xenogears would be a great remake because they never finished the game.
That's real wild. Chat, hop into. I see a bunch of you putting your games in there. I'll go to you guys after.
It has to be a remaster. It can't be sort of a slight tweak.
No, a game that you saw that was old as fuck that you used to love, or whatever it is, and you're just saying, man, I would love to be able to play that game today in the tech that we have today.
Yeah, I mean, the game that I'd like to do that with, it's a series. It's called Gabriel Knight, but I'd want it to change a little bit.
Gabriel Knight, was that the Tomb Raider guy?
No, that was it was a series by Sierra. It's owned by Microsoft now, but it was a sort of vampires and werewolves, and you were unwittingly, you didn't know this, you were part of a lineage of people that fight those things, and so you kind of going out there and encountering things that you need to figure out how to defeat. But it was all point and click adventure, and I would like it to be a bit more Order 1886 than the point and click adventure. So I'd love to switch that up, right?
Oh, so you want a remake for that one?
I want to change it to have more fighting mechanics instead of it just being it is an investigation game, right? But to also have the fighting mechanics there. So that would make it a bit more like Order 1886, except that game was like 6 hours. This would be much longer, and it's a series of games. So, I mean, the storyboard and all that would stay the same. You would just have more, actual battles instead of it just being sort of point and click. You know what I mean? That would be the only thing I would add to it. But as far as the rest of it, 1-to-1 is fine because the story was fantastic, and they had, I think it was a trilogy. So that would be awesome.
All right.
And they own it. They own it. Xbox owns it.
So
right?
they could
absolutely do it.
Well, we just need to find all the Gabriel Knight fans and get them together and start making some noise. All right. So mine is easy because I loved these games back in the day. I spent countless hours playing these games with my cousins, just living our best fucking lives. And I would love, because it hasn't happened. Give me the same game, but I just want it in today's tech. And it's gonna be WWE No Mercy.
Oh, No Mercy. Greatest wrestling game of all time.
Come on, man.
I love that game.
Yo,
absolutely
give me No Mercy today, though.
Exact same control, but I need the exact same control.
It has to be. It's the same game. It's the same game. I don't want no tweak. I want. Give me No Mercy in fucking just next gen.
Yeah, I don't.
WWE 2K25 graphics, but No Mercy. Come on, man. I
don't care for 2K's controls. I love No Mercy. Like everything about No Mercy was like perfect. I don't even need the voice acting, like the text on screen. All fine. Just my own music.
That was Aki, right? It was Aki and Jax or whatever that made that one. It's Aki, right? Ukes. They were the ones that were making the other shit, right? They were making
I don't remember who made it, but that is like literally like my favorite wrestling game. No Mercy.
Yeah. No Mercy is fucking wild, dude. Oh my god. I would love that shit. Goddamn. That would be beautiful. All right, let me see what somebody yeah, but I see Zach Riley says CMoney, AEW Fight Forever is those same devs. It doesn't age well. I mean, maybe that's true. I don't know. I haven't played it in forever, but it's just I gotta imagine that, being that I don't play the other wrestling games, that for me it wouldn't feel like it aged bad. I mean, maybe you could clean up the animation work, maybe the movement and stuff, but the control scheme of playing, it was just so perfect. Yeah. I don't know. It was and AEW didn't look that good, so that's why I didn't. I heard that they were trying to recreate that old time, but it's like,
I remember my finisher was the Power Bomb DVD combo. That was my finisher on No Mercy.
Those are such fucking fun times, bro. So much fun. Cody Ray says people who made No Mercy are no longer there. I bet. That's why I don't want it to. I don't want to get tweaked. You know what I'm saying? Just take the same game and just graphically enhance it. Right? Yep. Just literally whatever you did, take that old ass engine and just throw Unreal Engine 5 on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Just give it, just make it pretty. That's all. It will work, man. It will work. Oh, all
right, the store is updated, bud. So PlayStation, number 1 game, Oblivion. Number 2 game, Indiana Jones.
But I say I knew once they updated the store, it would be no way.
So it's official. I don't know how much.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Like how many times we have to say? Because I know. Listen, they're gonna be like, but it's a Bethesda game. No, guys.
Yeah, it's a Microsoft game. Deal with it.
Xbox owns it. Xbox funded it. They just said that they were working on Oblivion the entire time of ownership. It started when they were purchased.
Yep.
It started when they were purchased. The announcement happened in 2020.
Oh my goodness.
The game started production in 2021. This is an Xbox game. It hurts you deep. I know. But just be happy that you can play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just enjoy it, right? Which they are. Look at them flocking as they do. Xbox comes a calling. These motherfuckers come crawling. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
Imagine what that meeting is going to be like.
Number 5. And number 5 is Last of Us Remastered.
Number 5 is Last of Us Remastered. God damn.
The Xbox games are beating their precious Last of Us Remaster.
Wow. That's a problem. All right, let me see some of the.
Oh my goodness.
Who rolled.
Well, then again, I suppose that came out a while ago, right? When did that come out?
What, Last of Us Remaster?
Yeah, the complete edition.
Like last
that already came out.
Like 2 weeks ago. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So it came out a while. Yeah. So there you go. So maybe it's already gotten.
I mean, the only thing
they already did is run. I mean, number 5 is not bad for every game on the PlayStation Store, right? So listen, this is the benefit that they have, and that's why they keep doing this. They haven't sold that many copies of this game, so there's still enough people who haven't seen it. Or now the show's going on. Obviously, the show is getting a bump from the show, right? So this is just what it is. All right, so let's see what some of the homies were saying. So as far as remakes, Spartan661 starts us off. Says, I need a remake of Morrowind. So I don't even know. I know nothing of Morrowind. Literally played it. I think I played it one time on the Xbox, and then one time on PC. And not for very long, maybe 5 minutes on the Xbox, and then PC. I don't even remember. Like it's just too old for me. Like it's just is what it is. So that would be an amazing game to remaster. But you got to imagine. I don't think Morrowind was that big of a deal for them. It wasn't that big of a success. I think Oblivion really started the Elder Scroll dominance, right? So it made sense.
I'll check.
Yeah, because I mean, before Skyrim really took off, it was more like Baldur's Gate was kind of occupying that Western
Morrowind
RPG.
sold 9.5 million copies.
Okay,
that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Remember when this came out?
How much did Oblivion sell? That'll give us a good idea, right?
Let's see.
Like, what's their threshold for remaster?
Oblivion. It's coming up with the same number, so that's kind of sus.
9.5 million?
Yeah.
Now they're just guessing.
Yeah, that's what it says here. And then let me just check.
The 360 generation had 80 million consoles sold.
Okay, so it says actually Morrowind was 4 million.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, and this was 9.5. And then Fallout 4 was 12.
Yep.
Fallout 3 was 12.4. ESO's 18. Skyrim is, well, as of 2016 was 30 million.
Yeah, that sold a lot more already. Okay, so 9.5 million versus Morrowind's 4 million. It's just a more niche game. I don't think many people know about it, and I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what that game is. I don't know. Like, do people love that game? I don't know. Like, are there?
It's supposed to be better than Oblivion.
Fans? Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. I don't know. All right, you got Fillmore Pockets. The homie says Crackdown 1, the OG.
Oh yeah, Crackdown.
That would be nice.
It's not that 20-year
But
mark
I mean,
for that
you
one.
know, it's not that old, but yeah, Crackdown still would
What?
be good. No,
It's
as far
not
as
that
like
old.
it still works,
20
right?
It's not that 20-year
It
mark
still
yet.
works, and it's not like it's
It
not.
came out
It's
before
still
Oblivion.
it still probably would
It
be
is?
better if it had some graphical upgrades, right? But
It definitely came out before Oblivion, though.
Crackdown?
Yeah,
Crackdown
was it?
came out with Halo 3 the same year of Halo 3.
Oh, Halo 3. God damn, I don't know why I felt like it was Halo 2 that it came out
Yeah,
with.
because it had the demo for Halo 3, right? Crackdown had the demo
That's
for Halo
what it
3.
was. Okay, that's where I got
Yeah.
confused. Yes, you're right.
So it's
So
in about the
2007.
same
February
range as
2007.
Oblivion. Yeah,
So
it's
it's
in
1
the
year.
same range as
1 year
about
younger.
Oblivion. Yeah. But
So it's 18
but yeah,
years.
I mean it's a viable thing to upgrade. But the thing is, like, Crackdown 3 did nothing, which sucks, right? But because I liked it. Crackdown 3 was fun. It's like the thing is,
I
like,
enjoyed
if
it.
people expected it to be something beyond what it is, it's still Crackdown. And
Well,
I don't know why people
Phil
thought it
tried
was
to
gonna be
tell
something different.
everybody like it's Crackdown. Like if you liked Crackdown, then you're
It's
gonna like this.
Crackdown,
If
exactly.
you don't like Crackdown, you're not gonna like this. The thing is that are Xbox really doing games like that anymore? Like
Like
that
what?
whole if you like this, then you'll like it. If you don't, then you're not.
Yeah, they still do those kind of things, right? They keep trying to appease people with, like, we'll do this game and that game. I hear you on Banjo, right? They'll
I don't know.
right?
Banjo's
They keep doing those kind of things. So
It's like
I don't know. It's fine.
That could be like a vault game. Like they end up making it, sit it in the vault, and when the time's right for it, you drop it.
The problem with the vault is that if you leave it for too long, then the graphics get worse and worse and worse in comparison to what's coming out.
With the new
Right,
AI stuff though, and the forwards compatibility, and
you would have to have that figured out.
Yeah.
Big B Money says BO3. I'm assuming that's Black Ops 3.
That's what I expect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Black Ops 3.
Is that not the rumored game? Is that what's coming this year?
Black Ops 3?
Yeah. Do we know what's coming?
It's supposed to be a
we have Black Ops
continuation
6
of Black Ops.
that just came out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a continuation of Black Ops, supposedly.
Okay.
So this is supposed to be Black Ops
like...
7?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a smaller. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a smaller, like kind of like how Modern Warfare 3 was kind of smaller. It's supposed to be like that, kind of.
Really?
So it'll be kind of a meh release.
Actually, Modern Warfare 3, I enjoyed the shit out of that game. So I don't know why people were hating on it, but
smaller campaign.
I don't want them to like be back in that situation where people are going to give it shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Call of Duty is now subject to the Xbox tax and the Call of Duty tax. So
that's true. They got two taxes. That's a problem.
They got two taxes.
Yeah. Meet the Cheater says New Vegas every time. Another game that I never played in my life. So I don't know. People swear by that game. I'm not like a Fallout dude. You know what I'm saying? So like I never, I played it. I feel like I played it for so long, and then I think it was Red Dead Redemption came out after that or before that. It was somewhere around there. When did Fallout 4 come out?
Fallout 4?
Yeah, because I feel like I remember playing it at the time when I was in my other office, and I had a coworker who was playing it. So we were kind of playing it back and forth, like together, like at the same time.
2015.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Damn. So that much time passed? When was Red Dead 2? Was it 2018?
Something like that. 2017 maybe?
God damn. Yo, for whatever reason in my mind, those two time periods lined up. It's like, God damn, those are years apart. Man, time is fucking blown by, bro. It's crazy.
2018.
2018. Okay. Gun Griffin says Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge.
Oh, right. Crimson Skies.
So I just played Crimson Skies on the Xbox on Game Pass. I just saw it there. I remember playing it back in the day, and I thought it was really good. But then I played it now. It was like, I think it would need more than just a graphics rehaul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot more that needs to get done to that game to make it happen. But
Extremely fun
I
game
can
though.
see that. Cage says Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
Can you
Next
imagine? It's just real birds. Real ass dogs,
But someone's about to say Oregon Trail next.
right? Fighting Force 64.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know
I'm
what that is.
you know, Nintendo might charge you like $130 for that one, but hey.
That's a lot. Wilfrey Rosario says Lost Odyssey. Another game that came during that 360 era that was beloved. I at the time was not into JRPGs at all.
Yeah.
So I did not even look
Like-
at that. The other one, Blue Dragon 2, is another one that came from that deal, I guess.
I think those are two different studios yeah.
Really?
I think so. Miss Walker made Lost Odyssey. I don't think Miss Walker made Blue Dragon. That one was
I thought they made both of them.
Maybe. I didn't think
Did they not? Remember that game, True Fantasy?
Yeah, that was level 5. It got canceled. True Fantasy Live, the online
True
game.
Fantasy Live. It was supposed to be an online game. Xbox was a part, like it was for them. Whatever happened.
I was looking so forward to that game. Like I was
me too.
I was on IGN every day looking for updates on it, and
I don't even know why, because it probably wasn't my type of game, but I was just so pumped that Xbox had a game coming like that.
I was excited that that Xbox was gonna have an MMO. Like they didn't have one to that point,
and then they said the fuck we will. Zach Riley says Fusion Frenzy. That would be.
I wonder if
real fun.
Wing Commander would work in today's era. Do you think?
Bro, I don't even know what Wing Commander is.
Oh, you don't know what Wing Commander is? Wow.
What is it for? What was it on?
It was Mr.
I think it was PC. I don't think it was on anything else. I don't know if it ever came to consoles. There was a movie made for it.
Really?
Way back. Yeah.
I didn't get into PC until like 2011. Actually, I think 2011 was the year.
Mark Hamill was in one of them.
Really? No idea. No. Gun Griffer says Unreal Championship Part 1. I don't know. That's old. Like I don't remember Unreal like that. I remember it was like in high school people used to play Unreal Tournament. And then that was that. That's what's Epic's game, right? Unreal Tournament is their shit, right? Yeah. They came out with like the last thing was like Unreal Championship or some shit like that. Was that the last one? And I don't even know what the hell. I don't know if that ever came out or if it was just being made. Who the fuck knows? This was a great one, man. Meet the Cheetah. Jade Empire. It's funny because I have such like strong memories of liking this game, but I don't think I ever played it much. Like I don't think I got very far. I think I played it, really liked it, but
that's
then
an
never.
EA game.
Is it?
It's a BioWare game. It's a BioWare game.
Bro, BioWare can't even make the game.
I don't think it's EA because I don't think they owned them at the time. It was BioWare through Xbox. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, wasn't this it was an exclusive game?
It's
in the
exclusive,
right?
Yeah. And then they did KOTOR, which was also exclusive.
Another
to
game
Xbox.
I never played.
KOTOR's fire.
And then it was. I think that was around the time that they got purchased by EA, somewhere around that time frame. And it was because Microsoft was under the whole monopoly litigation, and so they couldn't go acquire them.
So BioWare was independent at the time. And
to my knowledge, I think that's correct. I think that's what it was. BioWare was on their own, and Microsoft funded their games for Jade Empire and KOTOR, and then KOTOR 2 was done by Obsidian. But yeah, I think that's when EA bought them, and I think that's why
you're saying they bought them after Mass Effect Part 1.
No, Mass Effect that was it under EA. I'm pretty sure.
So Mass Effect Part 1 was made exclusively for Xbox.
Correct.
And then
But
EA
I
bought
think
them
that was
and put it
under
in that
EA.
thing. I don't think so.
Okay, so it was after Mass Effect.
Yeah, what I think is
So
after
who published Mass Effect then?
Xbox, the first one.
Okay.
But EA bought them and then got the
And
rights.
then that's
to
why
the
2 and 3 went to everything, right?
Yep, exactly.
And then,
Yeah, EA would never have made that deal to put it on there exclusively.
An Xbox 360 game that was exclusive that I would like to see remade.
Yep.
Sudeki.
2007 to 11, it was Microsoft that published it.
It was like a European RPG that had like a JRPG feel to it.
I think I remember Sudeki. Again, another game that
that was just such a freaking miss to not being able to buy BioWare, man. I wish they.
Yeah, I know. BioWare, like, what a multiverse that is, huh? Like the world where Xbox bought BioWare and just
that they were allowed to buy them.
That would have been perfect.
The world where they would have bought BioWare and bought Grand Theft Auto at the time before it took off.
Yep. You have Michael Yu says Fear, the first Fear.
Yeah, that's a game owned by Xbox too. Is that correct? I think they own it now, right?
No.
Who does Fear?
That's they just shut them down. That was WB.
Okay.
WB just shut down the people who made that shit. Fear is still, if you play that shit now, it's still
First
scary.
Encounter something. What is it?
No, I think it's just Fear. FEAR. I don't think they.
Yeah, that stands for something. I can't remember what.
Yeah. I don't know if you need to look at it that way.
There it is. Fear. First Encounter Assault Recon.
First Encounter Assault Recon. Yeah, that the team that made it is dead, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
So it was Vivendi.
I guess if it's a remaster, anybody could do it, but
it was Vivendi who published it, which means it is now Xbox who owns the publishing for that game, and it was Monolith who made it.
Also, but you don't think that, because I think WB owns Monolith.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
you don't think that
they owned because it's now dead, right? But
facts.
But yeah, so I don't know what the status is of that publishing, whether they bought that publishing and put it under WB or not. I don't know, but
yeah. Il Ray Tito says Mortal Kombat Mythologies. I didn't really play the side. I didn't play the side ones too much. Fuzzy Tomato says Final Fantasy Tactics.
Didn't they just put that out?
I think they did re-release it as part of the Pixel remaster. It might be included in that. Is it? No, it's not a pixel game. It's not a pixel game.
No.
Taxes wasn't, but I think they did re-release Tactics.
I'm pretty sure I saw that recently. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Maybe. Gun Griffin says Section 8. You remember Section 8? That was, if I'm not mistaken, I think this Digital Extremes made that game. And it was a big, if I'm not mistaken, is that game where you throw that fucking, it's like a boomerang almost, and it would go and then come back. Graphically, it was crazy. If I'm not mistaken, Gun Griffin, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He said no, so I guess I'm wrong. I really thought that was it. Section 8. I thought that was the name of that game. Drop Pod game. Don't know. Suffering. Oh, remember the Suffering games? Those were crazy. First one was fucking wild. Did you guys play that one? It was like a horror game.
No, but I love horror games. I need to play more of them.
Yeah, he was in prison, and then he turned into, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he turned into a monster too. And if I'm not mistaken, that shit was pretty cool. Legend of Dragoon, another game I've heard forever, never played in my life. You guys play this
I mean,
game?
there are other ones that I know are coming that I think are great ones, like the Sega original games that they're remastering.
Oh, they're doing like the old shit too.
Yeah, like Altered
real
Beast and
Altered
Taxi
Beast.
Driver and all that. Like, yeah.
Yep. Golden Axe.
What was that Remedy game
Cassette.
that Take-Two has?
Cassette.
What the heck is it called?
Max Payne.
Payne. Yeah, Max Payne. Those are being redone.
That's gonna be real good.
Right.
That's a game that is gonna fucking be crazy. Like that is literally one of these. Like that lines up exactly what I'm asking. Like Max Payne was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that game's coming out soon.
Yes, the original developers coming out and remaking that shit, and just so happens to be Remedy, one of the leading tech fucking developers that have beautiful graphics in their game. Holy shit, that'll be really good. Dark Watch, does that sound familiar? I know Sleeping Dogs, that would be fucking fire. The original Sleeping Dogs. Ooh, House of Cards ain't fucking around. Escape from Butcher Bay. Come on, man. What a fucking amazing game. Oh shit, Bushido Blade?
Yep.
Yes. You guys fuck with Bushido Blade? The one-hit kill fucking sword game?
I would like that the Riddick game to be made to modern times.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, Escape from Butcher Bay, right?
Yeah, Escape from Butcher Bay, yeah.
Yeah, that would be fucking amazing. And then Tenchu. Fucking House of Cards slapping like dude, it's fucking beautiful.
But
perfect trifecta right there.
Speaking of horror games, you heard what Sony's doing for their Until Dawn movie?
Oh, that shit where if like you stay up and just keep watching the movie over and over again all night, you can't pee, bro.
No, it's 24 hours. You can't pee. You can't have a smartphone. No nothing.
It's 24 hours. I thought it was through the night.
No, 24 hours. No bathroom. No nothing.
What? That's like not possible.
That's what they want to do. You win $5,000 if you do it.
For $5,000,
you got to be really careful with those kind of things because
dude.
Remember not urinating can cause like
dude, you can explode, bro. You fucking killing me, and people will fucking.
It's not even that. Die. Like if you can try to hold it as much as you want, but it eventually will start poisoning your system. Like somebody did this as a radio thing to say, hold your Wii for a Wii, and the lady died. Like it's not a cool thing to do.
People died off of
I'm sorry, 12 hours. 12 hours.
12 hours. Okay, that's possible. That's possible.
Through the night. I mean, if you think about it, you sleep for 8 hours if you don't have to pee. You really only got like 4 hours to really get through. So for the Wii, there was another contest where you had to drink
a certain
amount of gallons of water.
Yeah, you got to be really careful with those kind of things.
Like crazy.
Yeah,
people will do it. That's why you can't do shit like that, man. Like
it's just not worth it. Like, why even take the risk, right? I don't understand why people would want.
And Sony makes trash movies.
I mean, I saw the preview for that. When we were watching.
That one looks interesting.
It actually doesn't look that bad, because of the kind of like the loop system that they made. Like the house is trapped in a time thing, and you just keep dying until you get. You have to make it till morning. It looked kind of crazy, so that might be a worthwhile watch. Blood Omen and Soul Reaper. I know a lot of people were
people going really digging into the back catalog here.
They are. I mean, and the thing is, these are games I forgot about, but this is fucking great shit. This one I remember a lot. Fucking Dead to Rights.
Yeah, I think they're making those again, right? Like the Blood Omen, because they just put out like the Legacy of Kain, right? Like a remaster thingy.
The Legacy of Kain or the Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver just got the remaster, but it was like bootlegger remaster. It's like the shit remasters. It's like the PlayStation.
Not an Oblivion level, right?
No, not that level. No. Yeah, that is not a good look. You know what? Talking about that, the original Tomb Raiders, or even the original Tomb Raider.
They kind of rebooted that, right? So
no, they remastered them, but it's not like a modern.
The reboot was a complete change. I'm talking about the triangle tip Tomb Raider. right? Her first game. We need to get her back, give it into the
You don't want to run around the mansion again and learn all the mechanics.
yeah, remember you only walk like that game was literally broken up into squares. Like every movement, you every time you took one step, she stepped one square. So you would have to know how many squares before you run and jump to do your little flips and all this shit. That was dope. But Dead to Rights was fire. Dead to Rights was real good. So I'll take that. You know what would be good too? The original Splinter Cell trilogy. As much as the lighting was beautiful back then, obviously everything else really wasn't. So that would be a nice get. Woo Woo Kid says Blitz the League. Get Blitz back in here. Snow Dragon said Mario 64. If they remaster Mario 64, it would still look the same. Damn. Damn.
It would look it look a little bit better.
Wow.
But yeah, for the most part.
I'm trying to remember. Didn't they do something like that?
No, not necessarily. It's not like a true remaster. They probably ported it, but yeah, not like a.
That would be real wild. That was a good burn though. I like that Snow Dragon. That was a good one. That one guy says Def Jam Vendetta, Fight for New York. He says Lost Odyssey too, but wherever he said that. Def Jam were dope ass fighting games. They're like wrestling games. They were dope. Singularity.
Parasite Eve.
No, they did. They did. I knew it. They did.
What?
It was Super Mario 3D Collection.
Oh, did they? Is it remastered like new graphics?
It's got new content and new graphics, yeah.
See, that's how much people pay attention to Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what they're doing.
I think I own that game. So
I'm like, I know
I played
Mario.
that.
You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. It's the problem.
Parasite Eve with modern graphics.
Says, I'm ready for rematch. We actually have rematch. I'll probably stream it. Gun Griffin says Turok. Turok would be dope, like the originals.
That'd be good.
Oh
I
man,
feel like a reboot. That needs a reboot. I don't know about it.
I mean, the problem if you do too much of a reboot, it's gonna change what it is. It just turn into like Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. It could go either way. Oh, Sudeki, yeah. Did you read somebody who said Sudeki, or did you?
I just said Sudeki on my own because that was a really cool RPG at the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. This was a good list. GoldenEye 007, but that was already. Was that remastered or was that just like
re-released,
like 4K?
Remastered, re-release. Yeah, it was maybe like a little bit sharper. It was basically the original game.
Yeah. See, I would like that. I mean, they did do it. To be fair, they actually did do that, though. I mean, it's not with today's standard, but it was like during the Wii generation. They changed the Bond. They put the David Craig. Is that his name? David Craig?
Daniel Craig?
Yeah, Daniel Craig. Yes, my bad. Damn. They made GoldenEye with him. And they had the Golden Gun edition. I don't know if you guys remember that. So they did essentially remake that first game, but as the new Bond. And I don't think it was actually really well received, if I'm remembering correctly. And then you know what I would, because of the caliber of the games. So the other group that is similar to Bethesda that could take you could take Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and you could remaster or remake all those games, and they will all individually be successful. Outside of Morrowind, I don't know how that is, but like you said, people love it. So if they make it pretty enough, I think we'll be in. Is Grand Theft Auto. Those are all individual games that don't link to the other. I would love to see Grand Theft Auto 3. I would love to see San Andreas. I would love to see Vice City.
So they just put those out, right?
With that
stupid ass remaster.
I know
that did nothing.
because it was
Now
so.
I wish
it
they
was poor
gave
quality.
it the Oblivion like level of work.
Yes.
Because that's what I was looking for. But what
That's
they
what we
gave me
thought.
was, oh, it looks a little sharper. No. And the game mechanics were like shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, come on.
Yeah, it was a bad port in general. Like, it just didn't play well. Oh,
But like the point is like why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you not just actually, dude? Like literally, the game is there. We're not saying change the. You don't have to change the audio. You don't have to change any of that shit. You don't change the story. You're not changing anything. Just like swap all the assets, right? Asset swap. Boom. Old shit, new shit. Old shit, new shit. That's it. Is it time consuming? Yes.
Yeah.
But fuck, man. How great would that have been?
I would've bought it.
Individually they could read. Yeah, dude.
Vice
I
City,
would
I'd
have
have
bought
been
it
all.
and been lost in it.
Yep.
Those were all phenomenal games, dude. All of them in their own way, unique.
Do you think they'd actually do it though? So I wonder, it's like, CMoney, what if this is the sort of like the impetus for the gaming world to realize if you're gonna
Ooh.
do it,
Do it right.
go all in.
Yeah.
Do what Oblivion did, right? Go all in, right? And make it something compelling enough that the customer's like, oh my fucking God, hell yeah, right?
Yes.
Like maybe this is the impetus that was needed instead of these boring ass, like, hey, we made it a little sharper. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But in
Dude,
Grand Theft
it's
Auto's case, I just don't know if they want to do that because you don't want to take away from like GTA Online.
Well, why? You're gonna get, first of all, you're never gonna take away from GTA Online because those people who are playing online just want to play online and do their
Yeah,
own
I mean-
crazy shit. So
I
everybody else, you're just getting all the single player lovers who don't go play online all the time, and they'll just buy all your new shit, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, these are phenomenal games, bro. Phenomenal. You just bring them into
it's
today's
just
time.
cash waiting to be made, right?
Yeah,
There's
Vice
just-
City is my favorite Grand Theft Auto. So,
I wish
Vice
they would
City?
just do it.
yeah.
I haven't played any of those, GTA 3 or San Andreas or Vice. And it's
Did you play
and I
4?
bought the new one and I'm like, okay, I'll get into it. And I'm like, but this looks like ass and
No, you
it
gotta
plays like
Play it
ass.
on PC now. It's on Game Pass, and it has all it's basically a new looking game, bro.
Yeah.
With the ray tracing and everything they added to it, now it looks right. Play GTA 5.
All right, I'll take a look.
But GTA 4 is, I think GTA 4 was my favorite
San Andreas.
experience playing it. Like I love them all. I would say San Andreas was fire. But I think Vice City nailed like everything.
The
Like it was
aesthetic,
just
the music.
everything. Yeah, the
Yeah.
perfect time. It just, I mean, again, San Andreas kind of hit its time perfectly too. But there was Vice City was just fucking fire. But I think I just loved the game that was Grand Theft Auto 4 with like, you know, the relationship built, like the relationships you could do, and
Yeah.
you know, you're trying to get missions done, but it's like, oh shit, I gotta go on a date with this bitch, and she gonna get mad at me, or she ain't gonna want to chill with me no more. Like you have to balance out like
it was
your
real
prime
life.
career with like his personal life. You know, it's wild. That shit was really good. That was really good. I mean, 5 I think 5 is a little underrated. 5 is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
5 is fucking amazing. Like I really want to replay 5. Now especially I would only do it on PC, you know, maxed with all the pretties. But yeah, man. There's so many good games, bro. So many good games. I like that we went down this route at the end here to kind of have all of our hopes and dreams out there as to what we would want.
And they all get dashed.
Yeah, right. None of it's happening at all. Zero chance.
I think we're in the world of the remake remaster now, just because a lot of these companies don't want to take that risk. So I think we'll get a lot of games that.
What about AI? What if AI can come in here and help some of these companies alleviate
do it.
some of the bullshit and get these things remade?
Well, we know who's leading that charge. Microsoft. So
Yeah.
um,
Well,
with it, we just saw Quake remade in AI. Was
we
it
did,
Quake?
but that
Yeah.
was not pretty.
Yeah,
But
but
that's
it's a learn.
it's the
The
first
AI
step.
has to learn. AI has to learn how
It's
to
a
make games.
baby.
Yeah.
It's a toddler, but it's gonna grow up like quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not gonna take as long for it to learn because it doesn't need to take a break. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You just keep that bitch learning all day, every day.
Yep.
That's all.